welcome, welcome. It is July 23rd, so welcome to the Team Nourished team call. I'm so excited that everybody is able to be here with us tonight, and I'm so grateful that we have Cece Davis, who is one of my dearest friends, on our call tonight. But before we get to Cece, we do need to get through some recognition and some housekeeping items. So let me start our fun little slideshow here. Ta-da. All right, well, we're going to kick it off with some recognition tonight. So welcome, like I said, if this is your first time on the call, I'm thrilled that you are on here. Every week our call is set up in segments, so there's always going to be recognition, there's always going to be housekeeping announcements, that kind of thing. And then we typically have some kind of meat of the call, so a guest speaker or training or some kind of work session. So right now with the recognition, we are like I said, we're probably 2/3 of the way through this month, and our board reflects that. It's amazing. Congratulations to our weekly top 5, Carolyn Dion, Carrie Summers, Amanda Harold, Renee Koth, Leanna Morris. Congratulations, ladies. You guys are busy helping other people get enrolled. You're busy helping other people get connected with the products and the services that are going to best fit their goals. And you are busy helping other people become coaches. So I'm really grateful for you all being here on this call. Congratulations. And you, like I said, you are busy helping other people. So, okay. Congratulations to those of us on the success. This is not correct. Wrong. Hold on. This is not correct. Is that what's in the chat? Psh. All right. Yes, Cece, Carrie does look hot, but I just realized that this is not correct. This is last week's. I was like, hold on, those numbers seem awfully low. So let's pull this week's and we will celebrate from here. So one woman show over here. So I make my own slides, so I can't blame anybody but myself. Okay, just kidding. Here is our weekly top 5. So congratulations to Kim Cover. I saw that she is at halfway to Emerald already this month. So super excited about her and her new coach. Congratulations to Renee Koth, Carrie Summers, Amanda Collison, and Amanda Harold. You guys are all killing it this week. And let's see. Oh, goodness, there's people waiting. Oh, my goodness. All the people waiting in the waiting room. I'm no good at that, at remembering to get on that. So Success Club earners, those of us who are helping people get enrolled with the challenge pack, bundle pack, all-inclusive pack, however you want to call that. Let's see, we have myself at SC11, Carrie Summers at SC8, Amanda Harold at SC7, Renee Koth at SC6. And on the board, helping 2 or 1 person already this month, Carolyn Dion is at SC4 and Kayla Barnes is at SC4. Who's helped 1 person who's at SC2 is Amanda Collison, Kendall Phones, Michelle King, Leanna Morris, Mercedes, Karina Hutchison, Layla Bryant, Paige Yorgi, Kim Cover, and Haley Zarita. So congratulations, guys. There is still plenty of time to get yourself on the other side of that board for SC5+. That is really the minimum marker of your business. And so I am super excited that we have so many people on the board already. That is very, very, very exciting to me. So it means that we are doing the things, right? All right. And if you are not familiar with the jargon, we'll run down it for just a second. For the SC, Success Club means, oh, hi, Katie. I'm so glad you hopped on. Success Club means that you are helping other people, like I said, and when you enroll someone with the challenge pack or enroll them as a coach or with the bundle pack, however you want to call that, you get 2 Success Club points. So like, for example, when you see Carrie Summers is at SC8, that means she's helped 4 people this month. So just in case you are not familiar with that, with the jargon. Couple of new coach must-knows. These are kind of must-knows for all the coaches, not just the new ones for everybody. So our core mission is to help people achieve their goals and live or enjoy a healthy and fulfilling life. So in order to do that, you are going to first focus on your own personal journey. Your business journey flows out of your personal journey. And so no matter what, this is the baseline, the very minimum, that you are doing your own Beachbody program. You have picked a program, you've printed the calendar or got the calendar from your kit. You've picked a nutrition plan, you're plugged into that, you're actively involved in the challenge group. You are getting results like a boss, because if you want to be able to say that you get paid to live your healthiest life, you have to actually do the things to live the healthy life. So it's really that simple. Part 2 is practice the vital behaviors. Again, vital behavior number 1 is be proof the product works every day. That's basically start your Beachbody challenge, do your Beachbody challenge, get results. Vital number 2 is in connect, invite, and follow up. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. That's the trickiest part for almost everybody. That's the part where, you know, there's a lot of fear associated with that part maybe, or that is the part where you just don't know how to do it. And so we're going to help you a little bit with that, but that's also just having conversations with people. That's also sharing your journey on social media and telling people, thank you so much for complimenting, you know, my journey so far, that kind of thing. So invite them to our next boot camp. It starts August the 3rd, or if you want to do the MBF one, we are going to be hosting the MBF boot camp in my regular boot camp, or if you're already hosting your own boot camp, you should know what you're inviting to. So go invite people and then follow up, because the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. I cannot tell you how many times that moniker has proven true. It either proves true with me enrolling somebody because I followed up, or me seeing on social media that they chose to enroll themselves with another person because that other person followed up. So they're going to enroll anyway, so they might as well enroll with you and get our badass team behind them. So invite and follow up. Vital number 3 is help people get results. That's in the boot camp. Follow up with them, accountability, make sure that they know the resources that they have at their fingertips and recognize them. If you see somebody in the boot camp that is just absolutely killing it, ask them if you can shout them out on your social media. Shout them out within our challenge group. You don't have to ask for permission for that. Recognize them. You can shout them out on your Instagram stories. I do that all the time with you guys. And then vital number 4 is personal development. That is one of the most important foundational things of this. To me, vital number 4 should actually be with be proof the product works, because in my opinion, you can't be proof the product works unless you're actively engaged in developing your personal mindset, whether that's your mental health, however you want to do that, podcasts, books, all kinds of things. There's a list of recommendations on my website, or just post in the team page, hey guys, what are you guys reading? Or in the chat in here, what are you reading for personal development? I need a new book, that kind of thing. I am currently reading leadership coaching, and then I'm also reading a book by a lady named Jo, or Audible on a lady named Jo Saxton, who has a book called Ready to Rise, which is just absolutely phenomenal, super powerful book. Again, these minimum markers for new coaches, just in case you don't know the lingo, hit SC6. That's what we saw on our recognition slide over, well, that's the old one, but on the other side where it said 5+, that means you've helped 3 people minimum. That means you've paid for your Shakeology, or you've paid for your performance line. That means Beachbody says that is the minimum marker for you to be actively engaged in even slowly building a business. Even better to hit SC10, and we'll talk about that just in a second. Advanced to Emerald, which we talk about that a lot on this team. That means you've helped 2 people enroll as a coach. Now, guys, I know it always feels, and Cece's going to clear up a lot of this tonight with this like heaviness of enrolling coaches. You feel like there's this burden, like, oh my God, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just going to skip over it completely. Guys, we enroll everybody as a coach. It's really not that hard. It costs the exact same amount. If you're military, you get the fees waived. There's no minimum requirement. If you're going to build a business, you do have to have your reoccurring home direct. But just to be a coach, there's no minimum requirement for that. So why would you not? It costs the same thing. It's just as easy to cancel. You still get the 30-day money back guarantee. It's literally like a no risk kind of situation. There's no risk to it whatsoever. So that also advances you to Emerald. We talk about that a lot. On my next slide, I always show you guys this because I think it's really helpful to see. I'm such a visual person, so this is really helpful to see. This is what you're shooting for right here. Right now, if you're an active coach, you're going to enroll 2 people. It can be your U+2, which is your husband or your spouse and your mom. It can be your best friend and your neighbor. It can be your hairdresser and your sorority sister from college that you only talk to on Instagram. Like, it really doesn't matter. Reach out, get them enrolled, get them in our boot camp, get them open and helping them live their healthiest, most fulfilled life. After that, there's Diamond, and we talk about that a lot. Our team is pushing for 5-star Diamond this year, if not beyond. I mean, it already looks like it's going to be far beyond that. But Diamond is 12 coaches, guys. I saw a girl on Together Rising on Erin Hopkins' team. You guys hear me talk about her a lot. She's a dear friend of mine. Her Diamond went Diamond in 4 days. Like, 4 days. That's just freaking bananas, you guys. I saw that and I was like, oh, I got to hold on to something, because I thought 18 days was fast. That was the fastest I had ever seen it before. So really
Can I
excited.
say something?
Yeah, go for it, girl.
Sorry. When you said, and so this is something that has blown my mind recently that I just want to make sure like this is just so clear. So, and this is what I tell my new coaches. Do you want to hit diamond with 12 people or do you want to hit diamond with 30? Like, because you can do it either way. But like Moira had this realization recently with all these people hitting diamond so quickly, it took 12 people for them to do it. Most people, when they hit diamond, I mean, it's the way I hit diamond with probably 30 ish. I would love to actually go back and count because it was slow, it was painful. I mean, I still did it and it's still, but the problem is, or not the problem, it just what happens is you have holes to fill every week. But like I had a coach that just hit diamond. She did it in 10 days and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen because all 12 signed up the same week. All 12 stayed active. There were no holes to fill. And it was just, she went in thinking diamond is easy, diamond is doable, holding diamond is really easy. And like, again, just think of 12 people. Like just that's, so anyway, I had to pop in here because like
No,
once
thank you.
Moira was like, it's either 12 or 30, your choice. I was like, well, that's really like when you put it like that, of
Right.
course, like find 12 people, like, and then build. So anyway.
Right. No, you're exactly right. You were, and I was in the same boat you are. Cece and I have coached very similar length of time. It took me 13 months, you guys, to build a diamond. And I would love to go back and count. I guarantee you it was close to 30 people and it was painful. It was so painful and I got it and then I fell right out. So I don't ever want that for any of you guys. I don't want you to repeat the same things that I did. I mean, my journey is my journey, but I mean, it's kind of like being a parent. You always want something better for your kids. And so I want something better for you guys than what I experienced myself. And then the last new coach must know is just sign up and log into our Good Vibe Tribe training website. You can do the coach training self-paced. Really exciting thing. I've got my assistant working on a new coach university for Team Nourished exclusively. So we're going to have our own Facebook page. So when you have new people enrolling for coaching, you're going to plug them into our Facebook page. It's going to be the first 10 days of the month, and you're going to be able to interact with them and have them go through a very simple coach training so that they can get started quickly and so that they feel confident in their own journey and sharing their own journey in social media, everything. So it'll just be a really, really simple program, and it is not self-guided. So that one is going to be 10 specific days, 10 specific action items, that kind of thing. If you want to do it on your own, if you want to go ahead and start it now before August, by all means, please go ahead and do that. You can screenshot this right here. It's, the website is goodvibetribecoaches.com, and then you have to use this email and this password. So don't try to create one. Already kind of went over this, but why advance to Emerald and SC10 instead of SC5? So like I said, Beachbody's minimum that they've set is SC5. That means you've helped 3 people. I would encourage you, set your minimum bar at SC10. That means you're always going to, if you're Emerald and you hit SC10, which is helping 5 people every month, you will get paid leads versus free leads. That means when Susie in the middle of the night decides to buy Shakeology and doesn't have a coach, the people who are Emerald and who hit SC10 the month before, they get in this revolving door of getting commissions that they did not have to actually work for. It's a really great system. It gives you extra money every month. You should do it that way. Again, if Beachbody's going to put money on the table, I'm going to do what I can to get that income going for me and my family. So why advance to Diamond? I mean, why not? If you're going to do this as a business, this is your like door opening kind of thing. It is the beginning of leadership. I actually was on a call with our upline team with Meredith Ganal today. We're going to be doing a virtual retreat. I think it's going to be in November. And so if you're Diamond, you get to be a part of that virtual retreat. There's prizes and fun and workouts and trainers and corporate and all the fun things, but you don't get that until you get to Diamond, until you get in these leadership pods and you feel like you're really a part of the solid team that's going to be moving forward. So really excited to see so many of you guys there. We are just inches close. Like I said, I was on that call this morning and, we're running down, okay, Danielle, what do you have left for 5-star qual? Since that was our end of the year goal. And I go down and I look, and our entire team is literally 4 coaches away. 4 coaches away from 5-star qual, you guys. We have 4 half emeralds on this team. So if those 4 half emeralds get themselves 1 more person, guess what? We go into 5-star qual, and that will be, you want to see Danielle lose her mind on a team call, you're going to see it right here that day, that Thursday. It's going to happen. So, okay. Couple of quick little announcements. If you guys got to be a part of the Coach Summit online, I know that it's a bummer we didn't get to be in person, but thank you guys for those of you who came in on our team summit call on last Thursday. It was super fun. I really enjoyed just getting to hang out and kind of party with you guys. But next year's Coach Summit is in St. Louis, which is really exciting. It's to me, it's kind of like one of those sleeper towns. Everybody's like, oh, okay, cool, St. Louis. I love St. Louis. I've lived within 4 hours of St. Louis for a lot of my life. And so really, really, really love St. Louis. Super fun town. Cannot wait to take a massive team photo right up underneath that arch. There's like a huge grassy lawn in front of it, and I just have this vision of our massive team taking this amazing photo in front of that arch. I can totally picture it. I think about it every day. But you can't be in that picture if you don't register. So get yourself registered. I know Megan Pickup, Paige Yorgi, and Renee Koth, you guys all already earned your free ticket. Many of you guys are new coaches. If you want to earn your free ticket to this, you need to be a success starter, like a 3-month success starter, which means you've helped 3 people, 3 out of the first 6 months of your business, which I feel like is a really confusing way of saying just earn it. Like the first 3 months that you enroll, go ahead and get it started. Don't wait. Don't start carrying the 1 and dividing by 2 and all the things. Just do it the first 3 months of your business and knock it out of the park. I'm so proud of Paige and Megan and Renee. They have just done amazing, and I cannot wait to see them in Summit. So congratulations, ladies. And speaking of really cool things, I know Megan, this isn't Summit related, but I know Megan got her email for the new coach test group, which I know you can't tell us anything about the test group yet, and that's totally fine, non-disclosures and all those things, but I think you can tell us that you're in the test group because we know that. But I saw that you told me you got your invitation to that, so I'm really, really, really excited. Last little thing before I turn it over to Cece, Team Cup is back, and so I know that I feel like I'm personally a little behind the curve in this. I know Megan in the Good Vibe Tribe page, you were like, I want to be on a team. I'm like, no, wait. You're on a team. I have teams. I've been working this week with some of the other leadership from the team to get everybody sorted into teams. I feel very like Harry Potter sorting hat kind of thing. But just to run it down for you in case you missed my live video in our team page, guys, it's literally no different than any other month. So if you're hesitant about joining a team, don't be. If you have an eye to enroll 3 people per month, there's literally no reason you should not be in this. If you're like, I want to try out coaching and I want to see if I can do this, this is the time to get in small pod training so that you can maybe feel a little more comfortable to ask questions in case you don't feel comfortable for whatever reason on this call or whatever. There are amazing prizes. Like I told you guys, I'll literally do anything for a t-shirt. And so guess what I'll be earning in August? This cute little pink MBF. I know, that's why we're good friends, Cece. MBF tank. 100%. If everyone in your team, so it's a team of 5, if everyone in your team earns Success Club 5 or more, we get this amazing director's chair. And guess what? Guess what's going right here in my office? An amazing director's chair. I kind of want to win the top regional team award as well because, AirPods. So again, why not shoot for the gold? Why not go for that trip to Santa Monica? If you are one of the top 1 or top 2 teams in all of Beachbody, you get a trip to Santa Monica and a lot of other really cool stuff. So, why not be a part of the team? Who knows? Life, it could just blow your business up. I remember Erin Hopkins, like I said, talk about her a lot, but that's because I really admire her business. And Team Cup for her was the thing that shot her business just like a slingshot pulley, just bam, right out of the park. So, okay. I think that covers it. If you want to be in Team Cup and I don't already know you want to be in Team Cup, put it in the chat because I'll check that here in a minute. But without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to one of my best friends in the entire world, Cece Davis. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I love Cece, how much I admire her business. She builds her business like a boss. She shows up daily on the hard days. Let me pull up your stats, because we were talking about that this morning. The statistics of Cece's business are just phenomenal. So number one, she's already hit Premier this year. I know we've talked about before the Road to Elite graphic, where it's like team builder, team leader, Premier, elite. Our team is team leader already this year. Cece's already at Premier. We've talked a lot. We talk every day. But she's like, I don't know, stupid close to elite already. Like, it should probably be done in August, which is thrilling to be able to knock that goal right out of there so early in the year. It just blows my mind. But she's been elite 2 times, and I've gotten to be a huge cheerleader for her, which I just love being. She is a 5-star diamond, lifetime and paid 5-star diamond, which is really exciting. She's hit Success Club 59 months in a row, you guys. 59 months in a row. She has helped at minimum 3 people. And like I mentioned in my post, and I could have gotten these numbers kind of sort of wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, it was last month that you helped enroll 15 new coaches to your personally sponsored team. Like, guys, 15 new coaches. So obviously she knows what she's doing, and obviously it's something you need to pay attention to. But before I turn it over, I don't know if you care that I talk about this or not, Cece, but I think it's really easy to put people who have high accolades up on these like massive pedestals and think, oh gosh, she just shares her business all the time and she just like doesn't have anything else going on. And, you know, we put these people up on high pedestals and we don't realize that their life is kind of batshit crazy too. So just, and having an inside look at from a friendship perspective of Cece's life, I mean, special needs children, home with COVID, just like us, a husband that works 2 different jobs. They own a cupcake business. Andy works another job. They work out of the house. They're doing all kinds of things. I mean, talk about like absolute upheaval of life. And the fact that you continually show up, the fact that you have built your team to what it is, just excites me beyond. So guys, without further ado, please give your full attention to Cece so she can teach us all the things.
Oh, thank you. I'm just making sure you weren't going to make me cry.
No.
I started getting teary-eyed. I'm like,
Nope.
Don't do it.
I told you I was not going to make you cry.
Yeah, so, gosh, well, like, I'm excited for y'all. You said you're 4 people away from 5-star? I need those names of the halfway to emeralds. Like, don't point fingers right now, but I'm gonna have to like have a little talk with the 4 halfways, because that's insane to be 4 people away from 5-star. Y'all, that's huge. That's really, 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 really huge. So anyway, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. But that's huge, and just make it happen. Like, if that's 4 people, that's 1 person per 4 people. So that's so doable. But anyway, all right. So, you know, I started when Danielle like asked me, I was like, oh, sure, I'll talk on your call. And then she told me what to talk about. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. And like, is that something I'm good at? Because y'all, when I came into this business, well, first of all, I mean, I came into the business very quickly because I got results for myself. And like, I felt like a new person after 4 days of just sticking to something. And it was really the community that brought me here. It was that community, and it was the community that I knew I needed. And like, I didn't even realize I'd ever been missing it. And so when I came in, it was 100% for the community. And then I just saw so much in Moira. Moira is my upline coach, and I was just, you know, I was a team player, and I would 100% do anything and everything for Moira. You know, I was just like, oh, you know, like we're pushing for elite, we're doing this. And I was like, yes. And I never wanted to lead my own team. I wanted to be a part of Moira's team. And I remember the first time we went to Summit, like Moira planned it all. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is exactly what I want. This is what I've been missing, like these close knit friends and this trip and like all this stuff. And then I remember what happened the second summit. And like, I don't know how it came up, but like we were talking and Moira was like, oh, well, I'm going to have new coaches in my room. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. Like, I thought we were all going to go to summit together. And I thought we were like all going to be this team. And that was the first realization that I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I'm a part of this team, but but where do I fit now? And I have to admit, I had Danielle knows because it was Danielle and I met because I was so like distraught and disillusioned, and it was all because really, like in the most simplest of terms, I was like, do I really want to lead? Do I really want a team of my own? And I thought the answer was no. I thought, no, I don't want to lead. I don't want a team of my own. I just want to be a part of a team. I want somebody else to lead. I want someone else to make the plans. I want someone else to do the stuff. And I will be the world's biggest cheerleader, and I will show up, and I will, I will do everything I can to help. But like, I was just, I thought, I don't want a team. I don't want to lead. I want to be Moira's like right hand number one cheerleader person, and that second summit just really threw me off because I just thought, no, wait a minute, this is not what I signed up for. No. And I fought it. I really fought it because I can't really explain why. I mean, it's probably some self-limiting beliefs and it's mixed in with some other stuff and like, who knows? But I really thought, no, I don't want to lead. This is not what I came here for. I came here for the community. But what I want to make sure y'all know, especially if you're new, if you think you're getting a little taste of the community now, holy cow, when you step up to lead, when you step up to bring other people on, to follow your path, to do these things that you think you don't want to do, that you see other people doing and leading, and you're like, I just want to be a part of Danielle's team. Like, I don't really want to lead. I don't really want to do these things. I just, I love this community that Danielle's created. Y'all, it is like, I mean, I don't even know what to multiply it by when you step up and you have your own team. And I know it's scary because you're like, well, what if nobody wants to follow me? What if nobody wants to do this with me? What if I'm a crappy leader? What if, just all those horrible what ifs just start bogging you down, those self-limiting beliefs. And so I just want y'all to know where I'm coming from, because truly I did not get into this to be a leader. I didn't get into this to run my own team. I didn't get into this for any of the reasons that like I'm getting ready to talk to you about, like how to bring people on, because that's not where I got into this. And I thought, no, I just want to be on Moira's team. I don't want to have my own team. But the true beauty of all of this is stepping up and challenging yourself and showing other women what they can do. And that's the thing that for me, I've been like, wow, being a leader is not really about me. It's about paving the way for other women to step outside of their comfort zone, for other women to step up and do things they never thought possible. I think of it all the time and I don't know when this shift occurred, but I just remember thinking, wow, like this really isn't about me. This is about me going first, but opening the doors for so many others. And that's just, so anyway, so let me talk about like the practical stuff. But I felt like I needed to set it up because like I didn't come into this to be like, yes, I want to lead a team. Yes, I want to run my own business. Yes, I want to hit 5-star. Like that just wasn't the case for me. And in fact, the very first time we hit 5-star, it was after the launch of 2B Mindset. So like key there is anytime there's a launch, wow, take advantage of launches. You can grow your business. You can, outdo your best income. You can stabilize your rank. You can grow your rank. And I also want to make sure y'all know, like we just had 2 amazing launches. It's not too late, y'all. It's not too late. You can still jump on board with MBF, which Danielle has told me how many people y'all have in your MBF group, and that's amazing. You can still continue to launch MBF. You can still continue to launch Bevy. That's just stuff that like Beachbody's giving you on a platter and like saying, here, would you like to build a team? Would you like to stabilize your rank? Would you like to have a really lovely paycheck? Here you go. And so anyway, the very first time we hit 5-star, it was from challengers. It was not from working coaches. I had not been recruiting like and doing sneak peeks. It was me talking to women in my challenge group that were getting really amazing results and just planting the seeds. So that's the first thing that I will say, is that you just start planting the seeds. And it was never huge, but anytime somebody would comment or cheer somebody else on, drop a little seed. Oh my gosh, you're starting to sound like a coach. Both publicly, I would say it, and then I would, send them a message, a private message, and say, your advice today was spot on, or whatever. Because most women are probably like me. I mean, I have zero background in health and fitness. I didn't even come in. I mean, I came in eating Arby's every day and like scones the size of my head. I mean, it's not like I came in like living this life of like clean eating and fitness. Like I was eating ice cream every day between 2 and 3. I mean, I was not like the typical coach. So that's not anything that I ever thought that I would do. But was I a cheerleader? Yes. Was I a team player? Yes. Was I being coachable by Moira? Heck yes. She told me my job was to show up in my challenge group every day. And so I did. And I cheered everybody else on. And so I make sure now to tell all of my people, like, you're the best way to get results. And y'all, you're really setting people up for so much when you say the best way to get results is to participate, is to show up every day. Women will show up for other people before they show up for themselves. It's just like a thing. Like I don't quite get it. Like it's what works for me. But just breadcrumbing every single day to people. So I want to make sure that like yes, you do need to talk about the coach opportunity. You do need to recruit, but when you're first starting out, you're recruiting from the people that are getting results. You're recruiting from the people who you're bringing in and loving the programs and products. And you're just having those conversations of, let's help you get your shakes paid for. Let's, helping them. Like one of my posts recently was about accepting compliments. And I turned that post into, like, for instance, y'all are probably getting compliments now. Like, and so again, it's just like breadcrumbing and helping people. So that post really was about like, next time someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. But it's also about like putting that crumb in their head that it's like, oh wait, if somebody's complimenting me about how I'm looking and how I'm like, wow, you're looking whatever, and like I'm also encouraging them to say just thank you, but I'm also encouraging to say thank you, you should do this with me. Like that's how it starts. Just keep it really, 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 really simple. And one of the things I always tell my coaches, and I'm sure Danielle has told y'all this as well, and Holly Hillier, she did, like, I don't want to repeat the stuff she said because with Holly Hillier, she said she just nailed it. But her talk at Summit was all about sharing the coaching opportunity. So, like, I'm not going to regurgitate what she said, but there was so much gold in that you can take from, like, how you can weave coaching into your social media and how like you need to be doing that too. It's not just about your workouts. It's about the fact that you can work from anywhere. It's about the fact that, your paycheck this week helped cover your car payment or, whatever it is. But the point that I was getting to was that what I tell my coaches is make a list. And I always say this, make a list of the top 20 ways Beachbody has changed your life. But what I would say is make a list of the top 20 ways coaching has changed your life too. Because we think about like, I've lost weight, I feel better, I have more energy, I'm more positive, like whatever the physical things from the programs. But also you need to have a list of the way coaching has changed your life. How has this community changed your life? And then you use that list to go out and take do social media posts, talk in your stories about things. Make sure you are always talking about like the community and the other stuff that changes you, not just, well, I've lost weight. And that again starts to tell the story of, okay, it's not just that there's this community. She's also able to pay bills from this, and she's also making friends, and she's got this team. And also, I will tell y'all, like, especially now when I'm recruiting, let me figure out how to say this without it sounding too weird. Well, okay, so this is about, so the way I was going to say it, I'm going to tell y'all the way I was going to say it, and I'm going to tell y'all the like eloquent way that Moira used to always say it. I fake a lot. I fake a lot. Like, I'm 100% authentic about things, but am I a six-figure earner yet? No, but I am so close. I'm really, really close, but I'm acting like I'm a six-figure earner. I'm acting. So even if you have one person, you have a team. You have a team you can talk about. Even if you, whatever it is that you think, well, I don't have a team, I'm not making money yet, I'm only an emerald, I'm only this, I need this, whatever. Like, there's so many ways to spin it into a positive. And again, you have one person, you have a team that you are leading. And you can always talk about, oh, my team is this with my team. Like, this is our mission. This is my team. You don't have to be specific and say, well, it's a team of 2 right now, but we're growing, or, so that's one thing I think that you've got to step into, acting like you're a CEO of your business, but also that you start acting like you're a 6-figure, 7-figure earner before you get there, because that's how you get there. You don't get there because you're acting like a value menu. You get there because you were doing the behaviors, you were acting. And when I say acting, I mean you're really doing it. You're not doing anything fake. You're staying authentic, but you're being coachable. You're stepping into the fears. You're taking risks. And again, when I say risks, I hope everybody knows what that means. Like, you were stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're growing. You're having a growth mindset, and you're doing all those things that, like, you're acting like you're a 5-star coach. You're acting like you're an elite coach. If you can't wrap your head around like a number with like money, then you're 2-star, you're 5-star. Like, if I was a 5-star, if you were a 5-star, if you were a 10-star, how would you act? And then that's how you start doing that. And then you will start attracting people because, you're putting this energy out. So again, make a list of how coaching has changed your life specifically, and start posting about that. And don't be afraid to post that. I think that's, again, I think most people come into this not as fitness professionals. We do have a lot of fitness professionals on Together Rising, but I think most of y'all probably aren't fitness professionals. You're coming in and you're thinking, well, I don't really have this background. I really don't know. So that's why I want you to write down that list of how coaching has changed your life and talk about it openly, and be proud that you are a coach. Be proud that you have this business. Be proud that you're helping other women, and own that, I mean, that's one thing. Oddly enough, even though I had like no background, and I really had so many people that would call me out and be like, girl, you used to always say life is too short, let's order more dessert. You used to always say, let's not go for a walk because we're on vacation. So, like, again, you just have to just own. Oh, my things are dying. You have to own that you are doing this, and you are coaching, and you're like sharing it and talking about how it has changed your life. I also love, I mean, I know you have to be careful how you share financial stuff, but I think people really resonate when you share, like, the side hustle helped me pay for car payment, helped me pay for, that's what I did in the beginning. I remember one of the first times I shared a before and after post, and my before was all the skincare that I had been buying from Target for years, like the cheap skincare from Target. And my after was really nice skincare. And I did this before and after, and I was like, I know this is it was like Transformation Tuesday. And I was like, I know this is really strange to share, but this is my before and after. Like before coaching, this is what I did. I had to buy whatever the grocery store had. I bought whatever like I could sneak in at Target and like, but now I'm able to go out and buy my own skincare. And like just sharing it that way, sharing your story that like how this has changed you and sharing your goals too. Um, right now, like it's ridiculous the opportunity that we have. Like, and I want to make sure y'all know that. The way I have seen coaching explode, like Danielle said, I don't even think it was 15. I think I had more coaches. I hit SC 38 in one business center, and then I had 4 in another business center. So that's 42. So that's like 20. I can't do public math. That's 21. So that was the month of May. And I mean, it's just insane. People need a side hustle. People are looking for help. They're looking for answers. They're looking for options. They're looking for viable employment. And we have an opportunity. Like, of course, again, like be careful. We can't make promises. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but we really have so much to offer. So, I mean, don't be afraid to go back to people that have said no before, because who knows how they're struggling now, who knows what's going on. And this is so my success has been through sneak peeks. I've been running sneak peeks now since March of last year. I did not run sneak peeks before that. My recruiting consisted of conversations, and I really sucked at it. Like I really sucked at having one-on-one conversations. I think it's good to find what works for you. Like what is that noise? Okay, sorry, okay, sorry, my family's home. I just like all of a sudden heard these noises. I think you've got to find what works for you, because I've been preaching to my team, you gotta do a coach sneak peek, you gotta do a coach sneak peek, you gotta do a coach sneak peek. And some of them have been doing coach sneak peeks. And then Jennifer Fisher told me one day, she was like, I've been doing coach sneak peeks, but I'm having a lot of success asking people to hop on Zoom calls and doing one-on-one. And so just be sure that like you're testing the waters out and figuring out what works for you. Don't be afraid to hop on a Zoom call. Like, don't be afraid to do a sneak peek. Don't be afraid to talk in your stories. Don't be afraid to do a happy hour call. Like whatever it is, like don't be afraid to do it, because you never know what you might find. Like I probably never would have recommended to Jennifer, oh, just hop on Zoom calls with people. Like just have one-on-one conversations. And that's how she recruited all of her coaches, like for the past 6 months. She's been running sneak peeks, but she mostly like has just been hopping on Zoom calls with people, chats with them, gets to know them, really is able to like connect. And then that's how she's been getting coaches. So I think finding what works for you, but also I will tell you that I sat on or whatever, I rested on Moira's laurels for a very long time. And I mean, if she ever asked me, do you want to do a sneak peek? I'd say yes. And I would participate, and I would like speak on the call and tell my story for 5 minutes. And, but I wasn't running it myself. I wasn't stepping up. I wasn't truly doing all that I could. It wasn't until I put myself on the line with Jolie, who scared me a lot. And she still scares me a little bit, but not as much. But it wasn't until I stepped up and I started doing things myself, out from underneath Moira, and out from, and like, again, like faking it. Like, I used to always say, oh my gosh, we have this amazing team. My coach is amazing. And I think that's okay when you start to like say, like, if I were y'all, I'd be like, Danielle's amazing. She's got her master's in nutrition. She's, lost 75 pounds. Like, she knows her stuff. You're going to learn so much from her. Like, that is how I started. And I was able to bring in people because I was like, Moira, she used to own her cold pressed juice company. She's a Pilates instructor, and like, she knows her stuff. But at some point in time, you've got to shift from that to, again, saying like, my team is this, my team is that. How I attract coaches who, oh yeah, that is so good. So I got distracted. But again, the opportunity is just so amazing right now. Continue to follow up, continue to reach out, continue to share. Like every single day I would talk. And even if like, again, Holly does it really, really well, but it's just the subtle stuff of like, sharing things about your team and like I saw Danielle, I thought this was a fabulous idea. I've never thought about doing this. Last week I was watching Danielle's story and she was talking about her team call. And she was like, oh, I'm so excited about my team call tonight. We're gonna be talking about this, we're gonna be talking about that. And like I was like, I've never thought about doing that. I should talk about my team call. Like I post a picture afterwards and I talk about, oh, I love these ladies. But I've never said, oh my gosh, y'all, tonight on our team call, I'm gonna be telling my ladies how to like do this and this. Then like there's so much you can do. And again, like fake it. Like you have a team. If you're halfway to Emerald, you have a team. Like, there's so much you can do to stretch yourself and again, like if you build it, they will come. If you start acting like you're a 5-star elite coach, it's going to happen. If you start acting like you are leading a team, it's going to happen. And so the practical stuff is amazing. Like listen to Holly's call because like that is such practical good stuff. But also you just have to step into that and own it and know that like, okay, like I can do this. It may not be what I thought at first and I didn't think I was going to want to do this, but now like I see why I'm here and why I'm doing this. Trying to think what else. Any questions? Anything you want me to specific? Like I feel like I'm happy to share about my coach sneak peek, but I really feel like you have to find what works for you. And like even Jolie and I sometimes, and let me tell y'all this story because this was insane. So Katie Moore, I don't know if y'all can always see like the Success Club boards, but Katie Moore like has been hitting over SC50 for the past 4 months or so. And so I reached out to her in April. Was it April? Yeah, I reached out to her in April and I was like, okay, tell me exactly what you're doing. And she sent me all these voice texts and she told me exactly what she was doing. So I was like, I'm doing it the Katie Moore way. I am doing it the Katie Moore way, y'all. And I even made the mistake of thinking, and I remember I talked to Danielle about it, and afterwards it was like hindsight's 2020, and she was like, why would you fucking do it the Katie Moore way? Like that's stupid. But Katie and I have similar stories, and like, there was just like, we're not fit pros. And so it's not like I just was like picking some random person. Like I have always connected with Katie and her story and everything. And so I was like, I'm gonna do it the Katie Moore way. And so I did the sneak peek and I did it the Katie Moore way, and it bombed. I had more people than ever in that sneak peek, like triple the amount that I normally add. Triple. I think I added 100 people to that sneak peek. I got 0 people from it. 0. Because I was like, I'm doing it the Katie Moore way. I even wrote down, like I had these sticky notes and I wrote down exactly what she was saying. And I was like, the first voicemail, I say this. The second voicemail, I say this. The third voicemail, I say this. And like, it was like ridiculous. And so then I was like, well, this is kind of stupid. Like I had all these people. I did it the Katie Moore way. And the disconnect was like people were seeing me on my stories and in the sneak peek, and I was, one way. And then, but I was leaving the messages like I was Katie Moore. And I'm sure they were like, wait a minute, I came in this group because I really like this girl because she was this way. And now she's leaving these messages asking me about my goals and like really being very direct. And so anyway, then I was like, all right, never mind. I'm going back to the CC Davis way. And so just trust that you will find your way and you will get comfortable. And whether that's a sneak peek or phone calls or a happy hour call or something in between, like you will find it. But it all starts with you bringing people in and sharing the opportunity and not being a jerk and signing people up as customers when they can sign up as a coach. Like I just remember someone telling me that, like, why would you want your friends to pay full price? Like you just sign them up as a coach. And I don't I don't always give people the option. I just, set them up and say, I set you up with a coach membership. And if they say, "Oh, why?" I tell them, and so you just have to be bold and confident and understand, like, you're doing people a favor. You are helping your friends out, and it's not something that, like, "Oh, that's weird." You gotta, like, stop forgetting, like, forget about that. So, do you want me to say anything about my sneak peeks?
Um, I mean, you can, but I think the main takeaway is do a sneak peek. Even if it like either do one
Mhm.
yourself, do Zoom
Mhm.
calls. I mean, I feel like the sneak peek that I lead is very, very similar to what you do. I don't think there's really much difference, and the majority of
Yeah.
people in here have been a part of that. So I mean, I feel like they have the exposure to that. But to me, the takeaway is the confidence behind it. And I get what you're saying about like act as if. My big thing is like act as if you are a CEO, act as if you
Mhm.
have a 5-star diamond team, act as if. And it's not, you're not acting, you're not putting on a show. You are
Right, 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 right.
literally, it's like, I don't know, I remember when I was in high school or college or something, and they talked about like when you go to a job interview, you don't dress like you're getting a job at McDonald's if what you
Right,
want is a job in the CEO chair. You
right.
literally put on the clothes that you would want to wear. And that's the same thought theory here is like,
Yeah,
talk about your team. And like I said in the comments, like maybe you don't even have a team yet, like of your very own. You are on a team call. Therefore, you have a team. Talk about the
exactly,
team.
exactly.
That was something that I think taking the ownership of being a leader was so scary for me. I was so fearful around, well, I'm going to lead, Cece is I talk to the team a lot about the Brooks mindset stuff
Yeah,
that we do. And Cece is a part of that. And so one of my biggest obstacles I've had to overcome this year is my fear that I will lead someone to a path that like I lied to them, like that they will think that I lied to them or that I scammed them into something. And Brooke has like worked. She's like, but are you? And I'm like, well, no, I would never do that. She's like, then why are you afraid that somebody is perceiving you as that? And again, like I said at the beginning, and I love the transition into what you're saying, Cece. It's literally no more dollars. No more dollars. It is the exact same risk as if they were doing it as a challenger. And so if you enter doubt, I learned that from Courtney Burton, like 90% of the doubt that's in people's mind, you yourself put there. It was not there before you opened your mouth. So stop putting doubt in people's mind. Act as if they're going to come into this, the way you want them to. And then if they have questions, answer the questions. But you are the perceived expert here. So show up as the perceived expert. Don't give yourself these doubt like, well, I don't know. And then you start talking too much and then they're gone. The moment you talk too much, people are gone. So keep it short. And then, as far, I think what I would love to know more about is just, and I guess I'm asking this because I want to get better at it, is approaching people that you see, maybe you know them, maybe you don't know them. And like you had casually mentioned, like, oh, girl, watch out, you're looking like a coach. Like, give me more about that. I want to know more about how to enter into that conversation when you see someone who you think, dang, you would be good at this. Like, how do
yeah.
you go about that?
Um, the same way you go about inviting a challenger, really, you take it one small bite at a time. Like, where was it? Was that on the National Wake Up Call? How do you eat an elephant?
Hmm.
Was that on the National Wake Up Call?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was such a great bit of advice.
Hmm.
Like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you get a new coach? One bite at a time. How do you get a new challenger? One bite at a time. Like, just insert whatever, like one bite at a time. It's not like, in this way in the same sense, when I tell my new coaches, like, I don't give people brochures. I don't send people to a website. I don't give them free workouts. I don't give them samples of shakes. I also do not hand coach prospects some fancy brochure. I don't hand them some coach manual or something. I just have conversations back and forth. And this is what I told one of my coaches today, because she sent me a screenshot of her conversation with someone. And I was driving in the car and I messaged her back and I said, I haven't even read the specifics, but I can already tell you it's too long. And I said, I promise you when I stop, I'm going to read the conversation, but just looking at it, it's too long. It's too long. And I told her, I was like, think about like Instagram, like, like chat, you chat back, boom, 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 boom. So I would say, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, girl, like you're taking over my job. Oh, don't be silly. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. That was so like, that was such valuable input. Or, or if, let's use a stranger as an example, because hopefully, like if you have someone in your group who's like doing it, like you can just talk to them like a normal person. You've already brought them in, you feel comfortable with them, continue to talk to them like they are like a friend and just build them up, because I think most people don't think they could do what I do or what you do or what Danielle does. Like most people are like, oh, I could never coach. I heard that so much. Oh my gosh, I could never be a coach. I could never do what you do. I'm like, yeah, me either. Like, me either. So anyway, when I'm talking to strangers and I'm like, or not strangers, but just people who aren't maybe in the mix yet, um, again, I keep it really short and simple. And it's just like, oh my gosh, have you ever thought of doing what I do? Well, I don't know. What do you do? Well, I coach women online. And it's just like the natural flow of conversation. You would be great at it because like you do have to like know a little something or see something in their social media. Like when I was really first going onto Instagram, I would see people, and if they just had lots of pictures of healthy food, I would be like, make a great coach. And I would reach out and I would just start having conversations. I was like, oh my gosh, you seem to like really enjoy cooking, and you would just make such a great coach because you already have the nutrition part down pat. Or if I'd see someone who enjoyed exercise, I'm like, have you ever thought about coaching? It looks like you enjoy exercise. You've got to pull something from them and tie it back, even if it's a teeny tiny little nugget. And then I just go from there. And again, I just treat them like humans. I try to keep everything short. And before you hit send, read your message. Like, would you read your message if someone sent it to you? If someone said, well, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I saw on your profile, like, I automatically, if I like already see like someone like negotiating themselves out of something, like I'm already like, eh. But if someone like this is a good example, because I got contacted by this woman and I still am a little skeptical because I'm like, what, she's gonna try to sell me something at some point. But this woman reached out to me this week and she was like, hey, would you be interested in helping me with this? And then she sent a link to something. And like, she didn't say like, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I'm doing this thing. And like, it was like, hey. And so I actually clicked on the link and checked it out. And then I was like, huh, this is really interesting. So I think that again, less is more, and check yourself before you send things. Treat people like they're your friends. Notice little small things that you think they would be good at. And even if it's just, oh my gosh, I love your energy, like that's good too. Like at this point, I'm looking for people with good energy. When I first started, I have to admit, if I saw someone that had a great body or like worked out all the time or had beautiful social media pictures, I would reach out to them. And it was based on that stuff. And now I'm going from a place of, oh, wow, I just like her energy. She's got really good, like, it doesn't even matter what the post is about, but like just good energy. And she's positive and she's, someone I would want to be around. I reach out that way. And I will tell you, strangers on the internet are strangers on the internet. Like you've got to get to know them. You've got to build relationships. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes I will tell y'all though right now, and this is good and this is bad. And this is a conversation I've had a lot with Lauren Maniscalco, because like as fast as some of these crazy people sign up with us, and I'm like, this person does not know me. She just bought a $200 challenge pack from me. Like, okay. they're also very quick to cancel. So know that people look crazy right now, but building rapport, building that relationship, chatting with them, getting to know them as a person, bringing in things that you see from them, even if it's just their energy and like you like their vibe or you love something they've posted, and just treating them like human beings. Like that's the way to go. I wish I could tell you there's some secret sauce or secret script to use, but it is being you and becoming more you every day. I tell my new coaches this all the time, that people do not say yes to me because of the workouts, because of the shakes, because of anything I'm telling them. They do it because of me. They do it because they see me, they see, if they know me, they see how I've changed. If they don't know me, they see something that they like. And that's what you have to step into all the light that you were meant to be. That's what attracts people. It is not that you have a beautiful, picture up on social media. It is not, it is, you got to be consistent. You've got to be, consistently showing up. It's not that stuff, y'all. It is you showing up as who you are meant to be. People are attracted to that. That is what people want, because they're like, I don't know what is going on, but like, I'll have what she's having. That's why I joined Moira. I didn't know Moira. I didn't want to do a boot camp. I didn't want to drink shakes. I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to be like Moira. And when I say like Moira, like I wanted her energy. I wanted that glow and that thing that I couldn't quite put my finger on, that gave her like this energy and this deep joy. Like, so the sooner you can tap into that, I think the more successful you will be, because people will look past your like, hi, have you ever thought about being a coach? I have this team. And, like people will see past that. And I think that all of the mindset work we do, all of the personal development work that we do, like that is what helps us shed the layers and just like step into who we are. And I think that's why Danielle is so successful right now. That is why I am so successful right now, because I am just stepping into the light of who I am. I am owning it, and I'm showing up every day, even if I don't want to. So I don't know if that's helpful. I don't really like any specifics to go on.
No, amen,
like that's
amen.
just,
yeah.
But I mean, y'all can FAQ like all the technical stuff. Like just go FAQ it, Google it, look up a YouTube video of how exactly to do it. And like, if you want scripts, there's scripts out there. But I just want to make sure that the longer you put off stepping into who you are, that is how much longer you will take to be successful. That is how much longer you will take. Like, again, I am nothing special. Like, I came in very broken. I came in very lazy and eating crap, and like, I don't have any degrees or anything behind my name to make me a legitimate coach. Again, people come to me because they see like how I've changed, or they see whatever it is, and that has come from like that inner work and being coachable. Because y'all, let me tell you, from the day I got here, Moira has been saying, do you have a morning process? Do you, whenever I'd get really angry about a customer service issue, I mean, she would just be like, bless and release. And I would be like, but my customer does not have their products. Like, there's something wrong. Like, who do I talk to about this? Can you help me? She's like, I don't know. I've just never had that problem. Bless and release. And I'd be like, are you really? Bless and release? Like, no. Like, Moira told me bless and release so many times in the beginning. I was like, no. But y'all, truly, bless and release. And like, get a morning process and like, just be coachable.
It's really that simple, honestly.
It really is.
I know it's always, sometimes I feel like we get stuck for like content for a team call, because I'm like, guys, it's the same thing. Be coachable, lesson release, do a morning.
We just say it kind of differently. And again, like, FAQ everything, like all of the technical stuff, like I mean, just FAQ it, and it's your choice. It either takes 12 people or it takes 30 people. It takes, it takes a day or it takes a year. Like, it's really your choice. It really is. So I don't know if that helps with like recruiting and stuff, but I'm just telling you, I think again, I think my success truly from sneak peeks has come from, and trust me, we get a lot of skeptical people. I've recruited a lot of coaches who have been coaches before on other teams, and I think the reason why is because like they are like seeing something. It is not, I mean, a lot of these women already know 21 Day Fix. They already know Shakeology. They already, some of them are even like, no, listen, I've done this before. Like I've done Beachbody. I don't want to do this again. And it's all about just that expressing that growth that I have experienced that women want more than anything, I think.
Well, I love that you brought that up. I was having a conversation with somebody earlier, and I know, guys, I know that we're over time, so if you have to go, like,
Yeah,
no
I could talk forever, and Danielle,
I
could talk forever too.
we could just sit and chat. In Hawaii, they call that talk story, and I've decided I really like that, and I'm like, yeah, we'll just talk story.
I love that.
Isn't that great? Yeah, they have all kinds
Uh-huh.
of things here that I'm like never giving up on, like living here. But no, I mean, don't be afraid when somebody says, "Oh, I've done Beachbody before. I know what that is." I'm like, "Ooh, tell me about your experience." Ask more questions, because the thing is, they may have done Beachbody before, but they didn't do Team Nourished before. They didn't do Soul Shine Tribe before. They didn't do it the way we do it. So having a conversation with somebody on our team about that. And I was, and she used to be a part of a very, very big team. Carolyn Dion, she was a part of a very, very, very big team. And she's like, I felt like a nobody. The person had no idea who I was. I literally signed up off of her website. I think I got like 2 emails from her. She did not care about me from nobody. And guys, our team isn't like that. So show them and tell them about our team. One of the most powerful things you can do, and this is another thing, like I'm giving you permission to do this. If you're having a conversation with somebody, and again, for me, I'm such a visual learner, so showing really helps. I will, within the like Instagram store, or not Instagram stories, but DMs, I will video. I'm like, well, this is our team websites, or our team's training website. I don't know what you had before, but this is what we have. I'm not like walking her through our team training, but I'm visually showing her. That's why, like when Cece said on my stories, I'm telling them, tonight we're going to have an amazing guest speaker. Cece's going to be talking about how she talks to new people who think they might want to coach, or how she recruits new coaches. They're now seeing that I'm not just selling them a challenge pack and leaving them on the side of the road. I love this team, and I know that our team loves this team. And so I want them to be able to see that as much as they can from the outside of that gate until they're on the inside of that gate. And so, use all the tools, and but don't be afraid to just talk to somebody. There's another girl on our team I was talking to the other day, and she always wants me to talk to somebody else. Well, I'll connect you guys on DM. Well, I'll do that. I'm like, no, she doesn't want me. She wants you. And I think I love how you wrapped up what you were saying, Cece, about like, and I go back to what Meredith says, products tell, stories sell. You want somebody on your team. Yes, Shakeology is a part of this. Yes, Beachbody On Demand is a part of this. And those are all well and good. They don't stay for that. They stay for you. They stay for this team. They stay for what we've built here. And don't be afraid to build something of your own. I mean, that's the whole point of this, is for you to learn to grow your own tribe. And I know that seems scary. And like you said, Cece, that's not what I got in this for. And I didn't ever want to be a big, I told them in this, and like insert Beachbody income disclaimer. But I guarantee you, when I met Cece back in 2017, she didn't ever know that she was even capable of making $10,000 in a month. And we're sitting on Marco Polo earlier, adding things up and affirmations. If I'm a grown woman, I can add, like to see that kind of growth. It's not about who you are today. It's about who you're becoming. And so stepping into that is such a powerful, dynamic thing. And like you said, people will say, well, I don't really know what it is. I just love her. I want to drink what she's drinking. I want to have what she's having. Like, be that girl. Totally. And it's not fake. It's just stepping into who you're becoming.
Totally. And that's what we do in our sneak peeks. I mean, our sneak peeks, we do present a lot of content,
Mm-hmm.
but we also allow people to get to know us and get to know our stories. And we already are showing them like how, welcoming and how much energy we have. And like, we're just showing them the community already. And it's funny, I was just thinking like, so, the reality of it is like, yes, I had a fantastic May. I had a fantastic June. I've had 3 returns this month from people that coached in June. And you know what? I was just thinking about this while I was sitting here. Two of them, I'm trying to remember who the third was. The 2 of them that I'm remembering, they apologized and they were like, I'm so sorry I'm letting you down. I didn't realize this came with shakes. I think they were so focused on our community and me and everything. They were just like, yes, I'll do it. And then she was like, but now this is where I was like, girlfriend, like you checked off what flavor you wanted. You checked off everything. And then you went to share a cart and then you saw it and then you entered in your credit card. So I was like, all right, whatever. But it is kind of funny that I do think that they wanted to do this because of us, because of the community that we already gave them a taste of in those 3 days, and they wanted more of it. Right. And I think that's what you need to leave with people. Like you need to leave them like wanting more, like how I want more of that community. I want more of these recipes. I want more of these tips or, whatever it is. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys.
You're so welcome.
Thank you to Cece for her time tonight. I mean, busy family, busy life, trying to decide if she's going to go on a cross-country road trip for the month of August. So
don't do it.
Yeah, you should.
But y'all, seriously, like, if you have questions, just ask, and I'm happy to help. And if you're one of those ones that's halfway to Emerald, feel free to reach out to me for a pep talk. I won't hurt you.
Well, you won't hurt him. No, it won't hurt, but I mean, it might hurt your heart because you're like, oh crap, I know.
Yeah. Well, and I will say I do have several halfway to Emeralds in my let me just say this one thing about halfway to Emerald. This just popped into my head because I had this coach that started in January, and this is what she told me. This was in January. In January, she said, I'm going to sign up my boyfriend. And I said, okay, great. And she said, I'm going to sign him up this week. And I said, okay, great. Well, she didn't sign him up that week. And so I followed back up with her and I said, we were talking about other things. And she said, yeah, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign him up. I'm going to sign him up. I'm going to sign him up. And then it got towards the end of January and we were in touch and she was like, well, I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I have more people. And I was like, okay. And then in February, she was on my Team Cup team. And so Team Cup, I was like, okay, this is your month. Come on. Like, we're going to do this. And she wanted to have a bird in each hand before she took any action. She was like, okay, wait a minute. Like I can sign my boyfriend up at any point in time, but I want to make sure like I have somebody else. Like I don't want to, and she kept hesitating. And the message she was putting out to the universe was, I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating. She did not hit Success Club. She did not sign anybody up in February, nor did she in March, April, or May. Finally in June, I can't remember what happened, but I like sent her a message and I just told her, I was like, look, I really believe in you and I want to help you. And I just breathed a little bit of belief into her. And the next thing you know, she signed up her boyfriend. And I am not kidding. Like that same week, 2 friends came up out of the blue and she signed both of them up. But the message there is, if you are hesitating, and like Emerald, I know it seems like, well, I need 2 people. I'm not going to sign up my spouse until I get this other person set up and, lined up. And I'm not going to do this until I get this lined up. Y'all, if you're waiting, if you're hesitating, that is the message that is being put out there, that you are hesitating. You don't believe that it. So you've got to go full force. And like, and when people say like, I made the decision, that's what they're talking about. Like they're meaning like, I just made the decision. Like, and the message that this poor woman put out for almost 6 months was, you know, she was unsure. She was hesitating. I mean, she had a sure thing. Like she could have signed her boyfriend up back in January and she didn't. And like, but as soon as she did, as soon as she was like, I'm making this decision, I'm doing this, boom. Like, it's almost like the universe is like, oh, okay, here you go. Like, here are these people saying yes. So again, don't be afraid to take action, because that is, you know, that is a message that you are sending when you're taking action. And even if it's, you're signing up your mom and your sister or whatever, like when I hit 5-star the first time, you know, it was some favors. It was some people that I had like, that had been true customers for a very long time. And I just said, let's sign you up as a coach, you know? And it felt, I mean, we hit it and it felt so good to hit it and accomplish it. But it was, you know, me just saying, okay, we are going to do this and it's just going to happen. And that's kind of like, no matter what rank, whether it's emerald or diamond or whatever, it's just making the decision of like, I'm going to make it happen. And the message that you put out there is like, you're making it happen. And it doesn't matter if you're making it happen with your best friend from college and your mom or your husband and your neighbor. Like, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you are making it happen, and that gets rewarded time and time again. I see it. So anyway, that was the last little thing I had to say.
Well, guys, thank you, Cece, so much for coming on today. I'm so grateful for your time, and I'm so grateful for this team. So we are gonna head out, but let me know if there's any questions, and like Cece said, feel free to reach out to her and ask her questions as well. All right, good night, guys. Good night.